Just days before Thanksgiving in 2018, 29-year-old Kelsey Berreth suddenly vanished without a trace. Her phone stopped responding, her family couldn't reach her, and the young mother seemed to disappear overnight. The last person known to have seen her alive was her fiancé, Frazee. At first he appeared calm and cooperative, telling investigators he had no idea where Kelsey had gone. But as detectives dug deeper into the case, they uncovered a horrifying story involving murder, deception, and a brutal cleanup operation designed to erase every trace of the crime. What began as a missing persons investigation would soon become one of Colorado's most disturbing murder cases. Kelsey Berreth was described by friends and family as kind, quiet, and deeply devoted to her young daughter. She lived in Woodland Park, Colorado, where she worked as a flight instructor and was raising a 1-year-old child with her fiancé, Frazee. To outsiders, the couple appeared to be building a normal life together. They were engaged, raising a daughter, and planning for the future. But behind the scenes, the relationship had reportedly become increasingly strained. In late November of 2018, just days before Thanksgiving, Kelsey suddenly stopped communicating with the people closest to her. Calls went unanswered, text messages stopped, and family members quickly realized something was terribly wrong. The last confirmed sighting of Kelsey occurred on November 22nd, when surveillance footage captured her shopping at a grocery store near her home with her young daughter. After that, she seemingly vanished. Concern quickly grew when Kelsey failed to contact her family during Thanksgiving, something relatives described as completely out of character. As days passed with no sign of her, investigators launched a missing persons investigation focused on uncovering what had happened inside Kelsey's townhouse in Woodland Park. Almost immediately, suspicion began to center around the person closest to her, her fiancé, Frazee. In the early days of the investigation, very little made sense about Kelsey Berreth's disappearance. Her family insisted it was completely unlike her to suddenly cut off contact without explanation, especially during the holidays. Kelsey was known for staying close with her mother and regularly checking in with relatives. So when Thanksgiving passed with no word from her, alarm quickly turned into panic. Investigators soon learned that Kelsey's phone had gone silent shortly after November 22nd. However, strange text messages were later sent from her phone claiming she needed space and did not want to be contacted. To detectives, the messages immediately felt suspicious. Friends and family said the wording didn't sound like Kelsey at all. Something about the messages felt cold, distant, and unnatural. As investigators worked to piece together Kelsey's final known movements, attention increasingly turned toward her fiancé, Frazee. Frazee claimed he last saw Kelsey on Thanksgiving Day after she handed over their daughter during a custody exchange. According to him, nothing seemed unusual. He insisted Kelsey was alive when he left, but investigators quickly began noticing troubling inconsistencies in his statements. At times, details of his timeline appeared to change. Detectives also discovered that despite his fiancée being missing, Frazee showed surprisingly little urgency or concern publicly. As the investigation intensified, forensic teams searched Kelsey's townhouse for evidence. Inside the home, investigators discovered signs that something violent may have occurred there. Blood evidence was later found inside the residence, and traces of cleaning products suggested someone may have attempted to clean the scene. Then investigators uncovered another disturbing detail. Kelsey's phone had been used after her disappearance to send text messages and access banking information in an apparent attempt to make it seem as though she was still alive. To detectives, the case was no longer beginning to look like a missing persons investigation. It was beginning to look like a carefully staged cover-up. As investigators dug deeper into Kelsey Berreth's disappearance, suspicions surrounding Frazee continued to grow. Publicly, Frazee appeared calm and cooperative. He spoke with investigators, cared for the couple's daughter, and insisted he had no involvement in Kelsey's disappearance. But behind the scenes, detectives were uncovering details that painted a far more disturbing picture of the relationship. Friends later described the couple's relationship as increasingly strained in the months leading up to Kelsey's disappearance. Investigators also learned that Frazee had allegedly discussed violent fantasies and disturbing ideas with people close to him long before Kelsey vanished. As detectives examined his behavior more closely, they began to suspect this was not a crime committed in panic. It may have been planned. Then the investigation took a major turn. Detectives identified a woman named Crystal Lee Kenny, a nurse from Idaho who had been secretly involved in a relationship with Patrick Frazee. At first, Kenny denied knowing anything about Kelsey's disappearance. But as investigators pressured her and confronted her with evidence, her story slowly began to change. Eventually, Kenny admitted that Frazee had asked her multiple times to help murder Kelsey before the killing ever took place. According to her statements, Frazee had repeatedly tried convincing her to poison Kelsey's drinks on separate occasions. Kenny claimed she never went through with it, but investigators were now uncovering evidence of a disturbing murder plot that may have been developing for months behind closed doors. Then came the revelation that changed the entire investigation. Kenny told detectives that after Kelsey was killed, Patrick Frazee contacted her and asked for help cleaning the crime scene inside Kelsey's townhouse. According to her account, when she arrived at the home, she was horrified by what she saw. Blood covered parts of the residence. Investigators would later learn that Kelsey had allegedly been beaten to death inside the townhouse during an attack carried out while her young daughter was inside the home. Kenny told investigators she helped clean the scene for several hours using bleach and other cleaning supplies in an attempt to destroy evidence. She also claimed Frazee later transported Kelsey's body away from the home before burning her remains on his property in an effort to permanently destroy evidence of the murder. The case was no longer just about a missing woman. Investigators were now uncovering a horrifying conspiracy involving murder, destruction of evidence, and an elaborate attempt to cover up the killing of a young mother. As investigators continued uncovering details about what happened after Kelsey Berreth's murder, the case became even more disturbing. According to Crystal Lee Kenny, Patrick Frazee's focus after the killing was no longer on Kelsey herself. It was on destroying the evidence. Kenny later told investigators that shortly after the murder, Frazee contacted her in a panic and asked her to come to Colorado to help clean Kelsey's townhouse. When she arrived at the home, she claimed she was horrified by what she saw inside. Blood was reportedly spread throughout parts of the residence, evidence of the violent attack that investigators believed had taken place there on Thanksgiving Day. According to Kenny's statements, Frazee instructed her to help scrub the crime scene using bleach and cleaning supplies in an attempt to erase any forensic evidence linking him to the murder. For hours, the two allegedly cleaned walls, floors, and surfaces throughout the townhouse, while Kelsey's family desperately searched for answers about her disappearance. Investigators would later recover blood evidence from the home, despite the extensive cleanup efforts. The amount of blood found inside the townhouse suggested the attack against Kelsey had been extremely violent. But according to Kenny, cleaning the home was only one part of the cover-up. She claimed Frazee also used Kelsey's phone after her death to send messages and create the illusion that she was still alive. Texts were sent to friends and family. Banking activity continued, and attempts were allegedly made to mislead investigators about Kelsey's whereabouts. To detectives, it increasingly appeared that Frazee had carefully planned not only the murder itself, but the deception that followed it. Then came the most horrifying allegation of all. According to Kenny, after removing Kelsey's body from the townhouse, Frazee transported her remains to his ranch property in Colorado. There, investigators believed he burned her body in an effort to permanently destroy evidence of the crime. Although Kelsey's remains were never fully recovered, investigators later found evidence supporting the claim that a fire had been used to dispose of her body. As the investigation intensified, the carefully constructed image Patrick Frazee had maintained publicly slowly began to collapse. Detectives now believed they were dealing with a calculated murder, followed by an elaborate and deeply disturbing cover-up operation. By December of 2018, investigators were beginning to piece together what they believed had happened inside Kelsey Berreth's townhouse. What had started as a missing persons case was rapidly transforming into a homicide investigation centered around Patrick Frazee. Detectives now believed Kelsey had been killed inside her own home on Thanksgiving Day, and the evidence against Frazee was continuing to grow. Investigators uncovered surveillance footage, phone records, forensic evidence, and witness statements that increasingly contradicted Frazee's version of events. But one of the most important breakthroughs came from Crystal Lee Kenny. Facing pressure from investigators and possible criminal charges herself, Kenny eventually agreed to cooperate with authorities. In exchange for a plea deal, she began providing detectives with detailed information about what happened after Kelsey's murder. According to Kenny, Patrick Frazee confessed the killing to her shortly after it happened. She told investigators that Frazee described attacking Kelsey inside her townhouse using a baseball bat. The attack was so violent that blood was found throughout parts of the home, despite extensive cleanup efforts. Kenny also claimed Frazee instructed her to help destroy evidence connected to the crime. Together, investigators believe they spent hours cleaning Kelsey's townhouse using bleach and other chemicals in an attempt to erase forensic evidence before police could discover it. But despite those efforts, investigators were still able to recover blood evidence from inside the residence. Detectives also uncovered evidence suggesting Kelsey's phone had been used after her death to create the illusion she was still alive. Text messages were sent to friends and family. Banking activity occurred, and attempts were allegedly made to mislead investigators about Kelsey's whereabouts. But the growing mountain of evidence was beginning to expose the cover-up piece by piece. Then investigators uncovered another disturbing allegation. According to Kenny, after killing Kelsey, Frazee transported her body to his ranch property in Colorado. There, investigators believed he burned her remains in an attempt to permanently destroy evidence of the murder. Although Kelsey's body was never fully recovered, detectives believed the evidence strongly supported Kenny's account of what happened after the killing. As the investigation intensified, Patrick Frazee's carefully controlled image slowly began collapsing in public. The calm fiancé, who once claimed he had no idea where Kelsey had gone, was now emerging as the prime suspect in one of Colorado's most disturbing murder cases, and investigators were preparing to finally bring the case to court. As investigators closed in around Patrick Frazee, the carefully constructed story he had maintained for weeks was beginning to fall apart. Detectives had forensic evidence from Kelsey's townhouse, suspicious phone activity after her disappearance, witness statements, and, most damaging of all, the cooperation of Crystal Lee Kenny. The missing persons case had officially become a murder investigation. According to investigators, Kenny eventually provided detailed accounts of conversations she had with Frazee following Kelsey's death. She claimed Frazee openly described the murder to her and explained how he carried out the attack inside Kelsey's townhouse on Thanksgiving Day. Prosecutors later alleged that Frazee attacked Kelsey with a baseball bat while their young daughter was inside the home. The brutality of the crime shocked investigators, but what disturbed detectives even more was the level of planning and deception that allegedly followed afterward. According to Kenny, Frazee appeared focused on avoiding detection almost immediately after the killing. He allegedly cleaned the crime scene, used Kelsey's phone to send misleading messages, and attempted to create the impression that she had willingly disappeared. Investigators also believe Frazee carefully managed the image he presented publicly during the investigation. While Kelsey's family desperately searched for answers, Frazee reportedly continued acting as though nothing had happened. But behind the scenes, detectives were reconstructing the timeline piece by piece. Phone records, surveillance footage, forensic evidence, and witness testimony were all beginning to point toward the same conclusion. Kelsey Berreth had not disappeared voluntarily. She had been murdered, and investigators believe Patrick Frazee was responsible. In December of 2018, Frazee was formally arrested and charged with first-degree murder and multiple additional charges related to solicitation and tampering with evidence. The arrest shocked many people following the case, but for investigators, it marked the moment the truth was finally beginning to surface. After weeks of mystery, deception, and fear, the investigation had finally exposed the horrifying reality behind Kelsey Berreth's disappearance. In 2019, Patrick Frazee stood trial for the murder of Kelsey Berreth. By that point, the case had already shocked people across the United States. Prosecutors alleged that Frazee had carefully planned the murder of his fiancée before carrying out the attack inside her Woodland Park townhouse on Thanksgiving Day in 2018. Throughout the trial, jurors heard disturbing testimony detailing the final days of Kelsey's life and the extensive efforts allegedly taken afterward to cover up the crime. One of the prosecution's most important witnesses was Crystal Lee Kenny. Taking the stand, Kenny testified that Frazee had repeatedly asked her to help kill Kelsey months before the murder ever occurred. According to her testimony, Frazee suggested multiple murder plans, including attempts to poison Kelsey's drinks. Kenny admitted she never reported those conversations to police at the time, something that later drew heavy public criticism. But her testimony became one of the most damaging pieces of evidence presented during the trial. Kenny described how Frazee allegedly confessed the killing to her shortly after Kelsey disappeared. She told jurors that Frazee claimed he attacked Kelsey inside her townhouse using a baseball bat before cleaning up the scene and disposing of her body. Prosecutors also presented forensic evidence recovered from Kelsey's home, including blood evidence that remained despite extensive cleaning efforts. Investigators testified about surveillance footage, phone records, and digital evidence that contradicted Frazee's statements and supported the prosecution's timeline of events. As the trial continued, prosecutors painted the image of a man who had carefully attempted to manipulate investigators, mislead Kelsey's family, and erase evidence of the murder. Meanwhile, the defense attempted to challenge Kenny's credibility and argued there was no physical body directly connecting Frazee to the crime. But prosecutors insisted the overwhelming circumstantial evidence told a clear story. Kelsey Berreth had been murdered, and Patrick Frazee was responsible. After weeks of testimony, the jury finally reached its decision. Patrick Frazee was found guilty of first-degree murder, solicitation to commit murder, and multiple counts related to tampering with evidence. In November of 2019, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, along with an additional 156 years for the other charges. For Kelsey's family, the verdict finally brought some measure of justice after months of heartbreak, fear, and uncertainty. But the brutality of the crime and the calculated efforts made to cover up the murder would continue haunting many people long after the trial came to an end. The murder of Kelsey Berreth shocked the nation not only because of the brutality of the crime, but because of the disturbing deception that followed it. In the weeks after Kelsey vanished, her family desperately searched for answers, while Patrick Frazee insisted he had no idea where she had gone. But behind the scenes, investigators were uncovering evidence of a carefully orchestrated cover-up involving fake messages, destroyed evidence, and attempts to erase every trace of the crime. Despite those efforts, the truth slowly emerged through forensic evidence, witness testimony, and the determination of investigators who refused to let the case go cold. Although Kelsey's body was never fully recovered, prosecutors were able to reconstruct the events surrounding her death and ultimately hold Patrick Frazee accountable for her murder. Most importantly, Kelsey Berreth should be remembered not simply as the victim of a horrific crime, but as a loving mother, daughter, and woman whose life was taken by someone she trusted. And in the end, despite every attempt to destroy the evidence and hide the truth was finally brought to light. If you found this case as shocking as I did, consider subscribing for more in-depth true crime investigations and real stories where justice ultimately prevailed. Until next time, thank you for watching.